Mm. What's up, Mikolaj? How you doing? Oh, nice. Congrats on the Geo. What's up, Jane? It's going good, Matt. Yes, I did see the teaser for the new content. I watched it this morning. Um, hey, thanks for signing up, Mikolaj. I appreciate that. Welcome to, I don't like the way it says welcome to Blockhead, but thank you for becoming a Blockhead. Let me go back to Matt though. You got 60 ancient shards you're gonna pull if you wanted to do it for you and give you some of my Geo luck. Are you talking to me or the guy that just pulled Geomancer? Brandon, hi, Roadblock, love account takeover vids. I learned a lot from them. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna try to record this one and actually turn it into a video. Sorry, by the way, guys, that I haven't put much content out over the last couple of days. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera. I am really, really sunburnt, and it drained all my energy. And I recorded a video to put out through, like, I recorded 3 different videos to put out yesterday. Uh, the first 2 were interrupted. And then the third one was good, but it was just me again talking about the same old stuff on the account. And I feel bad. I want to put out higher quality content than that. I don't want to just keep putting out content being like, yeah, free to play. I have stuff, you know. So I might spread my content out a little bit more and force myself rather than just making these half-assed videos giving an update on the free account. I may start making more dedicated content. Um I've pulled one Geomancer on the free to play, and that's the only one that I have. I've never pulled any dupes of him. But I'm happy to pull your shards if you'd like. I am about to do an account takeover. I'm going to do that first because that was pre-organized. Are you? Let me guess. Is there a progressive chance for Geo? Aha! I see now. This is a really good progressive chance. Yeah, so it's all burners. Sulfurion is so good. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Sorry. I could use a third one, but it won't drop, so it's a pass. I'll be on for the next 2 hours, so if you have time after then, can do it. If not, I'll pull them, but if I don't pull Geo or Artak, I'll blame you for it. Okay. How does one qualify for an account takeover? So, you have to become a member of the channel. There's a join button, or there should be a join button that allows you to become a member. There's some pretty affordable price points. I think the cheapest, I think I set it for $3. So you can become a member of the channel, and then all you have to do at that point is ask me, and I can do an account takeover. The flip side of that is I do offer account takeovers for my clan. So the account takeover I'm about to do is for a clan member. So technically she's not a member of the channel, but well, I keep saying she because their name is Jane, but I don't know for sure. Either way, they are not a member of the channel, but I will do an account takeover for members of the clan. And that is just because the whole reason I started this channel was to help my clan, so this is helping me. By helping them, I'm also helping me and my account. But I like to record it and to that way I can, you know, put the video out there and stuff like that. So I have their information. Let me block this out so I can log on to their account. Yeah, and I don't like necessarily hiding it behind memberships. It's just like the only way like it's the only thing I have to offer people. You know, like if I was to make like what how do I incentivize people to become members, right? And the only thing I can come up with is, well, I could take over your account. And there's no I don't know what else I could possibly do to entice people to sign up for memberships, you know? So that's why I do it. But I always have to put that caveat because I don't want people to think like I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like other content creators charge much more for account takeovers, and maybe I get to a point where I do that, but um, it also gives me content, and I'm having the biggest content drought I've ever had. Like I have no ideas right now of what I want to do for content. So, all right, we are on Jane's account, also known as Chainway. I'm gonna pull this back up real quick. I'm gonna also take a drink to before I start talking heavy here. Okay, I am gonna record this one, so I'm gonna do an intro for it. It's just easier for me to edit when it's saved on my drive. Just a moment here. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and we're actually going to be doing an account takeover here on the channel for a member of my clan. You'll see right here they are a member of my Vanguard, and I'm going to get them checked in. So I'll be doing an account takeover for them. A couple of things I want to say before account takeovers, because I don't usually edit these and put them out, but I am going to be putting this one out as a video. Please understand that everything in here is my opinion. It's what I would do. It's what I have done in the past to find success. So, you may disagree, and feel free to let me know in the comments if there's something I messed up or this that you disagree on. But I do want to put that caveat that this is simply my opinion. It's not fact. It's not necessarily supported by what other content creators say, or I may get something wrong and we find out, oh, okay, no, it's better to do X, Y, and Z. But I get a lot of anxiety when I make this kind of content because I don't think that I'm the most knowledgeable person, but it always helps to have a second set of eyeballs on your account. It doesn't matter, if you're you know killing it in every content. My main account is highly successful in most areas of the game. I guarantee you, if I did an account takeover and brought some new eyeballs onto my account, they're going to sit there and be like, why aren't you using this guy? Hey, this guy's built this way. You should build him this way. It's better, right? You guys do that for me. You're my account takeover when I stream stuff and you guys are like, hey, your Rotos is built wrong. And it's like, oh, really? I didn't understand that. So, stuff like that. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this account takeover. So again, this is Chainway. This is a member of my clan, and I believe that they want me to focus on their Hydra progression, if I'm not mistaken. So first thing I like to do is take a look at the account, take a look at the champions I have, also take a look at kind of the builds that they're doing. Interesting. Okay, let's say, feel free to do literally anything to anyone's gear. Just bear in mind your clan boss team is tuned, so if you don't have to steal their gear, that would be great. Yeah, that's totally understandable. One thing I'm going to say here about your Nishak, I would look into a rebuild on the Nishak here, especially, I don't know how Crushing Rend works with bombs, if I'm honest. A number of this champion's hits. Yeah, I don't know if that works with bombs the way that you would want. So the reason I would consider, I would look at an attack chest. I would go attack on the amulet. Obviously attack on the ring, but accuracy on the banner. And I would try to find more accuracy gear, whether it's perception gear or just straight accuracy gear, to try and get accuracy that way, not from the chest, because you're missing out on what's a 6-star chest? I don't know off the top of my head. Oh, equipped. I bet you. There we go. So you're missing out on 60% attack. So for only 78 accuracy. Now, I know he needs accuracy to land. I suspect you might be using them in PvP, which is why you're using so much high accuracy. But you should be able to find accuracy in other means very easily to hopefully make up for that. Now, that's just my thought. I don't use bomb champions very much, but you want those bombs to hit as hard as possible and try to find accuracy via other means. I also don't think, yeah, again, same thing here with Helm Smasher. That's going to go, I just feel like that's not hitting the way you want, but I don't know. I don't use bomb champions. That's just something I noticed, and I if it were me, my Nishak's in attack percent chest and has accuracy from the gear. Okay. Let's see what we got. Great champion here, Gwendolyn the Silent. Oh, yeah, you've got Georgid. Who's in your clan boss team? Seeker? Yeah, so you probably have a Seeker, Deacon, Demitha team, if I had to guess. We've got Geo. Okay. Man, you really don't keep any food, huh? Now, what difficulty of Hydra have you been doing? Okay, normal Hydra. Okay. Let's pop into normal Hydra then. So the goal for us obviously is 6.6 million at minimum at but we want to try and hit 35 million if we can. Let's see. So we need a block buffs, so we definitely need Sun Wukong. Python, great support. Going to be very, very good here for us. Gwendolyn is amazing. So if we look at Gwendolyn right now, she brings AoE Leech, decreased speed as well. That's the biggest part that I'm bringing her for. If our block debuffs get stolen, she could potentially take it back. You've been doing 35, so you're looking to do better. You're looking to go high. You want to do hard? +4 Ugo, I'm jealous. Hmm. Actually gonna go Ugo over Sun Wukong here. Okay. So here's a question I have for you. Why is your Rathalos in so much accuracy? Is it so you can land Brimstone? You're like this is a very similar team to how I started um my Hydra progression. The only thing that's missing would be a turn meter booster, but um what's up, boxes? Yeah, so here's my thing about oops. So Rathalos's only debuff cannot be resisted if it's boss. So you don't need accuracy on him. I'm sure you know this, but this is also for the people watching the video. I don't like to put an accuracy banner on him. Also, if I was to take this off, it's only 78. You're still going to have 200 or so accuracy, which is a pretty decent amount. Um, he also hits so hard, and the whole damage part of his kit really comes from this ability when it's ignoring 100% of the target's defense. Um, so because it does true damage. So I like to go personally. I have switched mine into Heaven Cast because it increases the damage by this champion according to the number of buffs on them. So that would mean he does more damage per hit. But He's currently built for Brimstone. We'll leave that. I'm not looking to change that. I just wanted to ask that question. So you've been hitting 74 to 75-ish. That's on regular clan boss. What's up, Nick? You're 8 fragments off Mithrala. I'm not gonna change. I think it's fine. I mean, Brimstone, it's probably min-maxing at this point. Why Chainbreaker on Ugo? Let me remember what this does. Stardust Champion's turn has a chance of removing. Do you use Ugo in some other fashion? So something to look at as far as Ugo's blessing would actually be Miracle Heal. Now you don't have a way, you don't have a champion that has a way to restore some of the damaged max HP, right? There's a destroyed max HP. Ugo has that capability. And you'd be able to do that without sacrificing other stuff. Oh, also, I'm actually going to change this. I said I wouldn't, but I am going to change it because you have a 6-star blessing on Pythion. So now it's wasted. This one is wasted. This is a great choice for Pythion because you have the 6-star blessing on Pythion, which, by the way, I'm insanely jealous of you for. But you've got the Brimstone, so you may be wondering why I'm saying this is a great choice, because you get 100% chance of placing a guaranteed and protected smite buff. You do not need accuracy. It cannot be cleansed. And so anytime you have a 6-star blessing and it's a champion that doesn't necessarily use accuracy, why do you have so much accuracy on them? Just happenstance. Yeah, because this is all speed gear. It's just absolute happenstance that you have 256 accuracy on them. Okay. But yeah, so that's literally this. Some of this gear could probably get moved to a champion that needs accuracy, and I would put more. Ooh, yeah. So a couple of things about your build on Pythion here that I'm not a big fan of. You've got double defense here. Removes all debuffs from all allies, then heals them by 10% of their max HP. Wait. Oh, does he not do heals based on his max HP? I thought he did. Yes, on the A1. Heals the ally with the lowest HP by 5% of this champion's max HP after each hit. So that's up to 10% of his HP. His HP is 70,000. You still have a lot of HP on him, but I would set one of these to be HP if possible. That allows you to heal more with a Pythion. I usually do, for most of my supports, I do 1 defense, 1 HP, depending, unless they have really big bonuses to having more HP for some reason, which is a possibility sometimes with depending on their kit and everything. I do like the high resistance on Pythion. That makes him really good in Arena for that reason. So I like your build for the most part. I would try to find ways to reduce that accuracy and potentially replace that with some more beneficial stats. So, for example, if you had something that was HP percent and defense instead of accuracy there, here you've got a ton of defense but no HP. So if this was HP, that would be better, right? But you got to work with what you have. It's, I'm not saying it's this is a good build. He's got a lot of HP, even for not having an HP percent chest or gloves. So he's really well built. You're getting all the HP from other areas. And the speed is okay at 242. So, yeah, really, really solid. Have you tried Brutal with this team? I need to familiarize myself a little bit more. You tried Brutal once, you don't remember the exact team, and you got destroyed. Okay. I bet you're not that fast. Yeah, because you probably need to be a specific speed. Okay. Okay. 20%. I'm not that sure how good Timid could be in Hydra, since you do have the combo there. So it makes kind of sense. So a strategy that I really enjoy is combining Shamil with a lead that can give turn meter. Um, okay, interesting. I assume we. Okay. So this is another situation where it's kind of my opinion. There's a lot of different thoughts when it comes to Shamil. Or Shamael, as I was corrected in um, comments the other day. So one thing is okay. There are from my understanding, there's two different thoughts on Shamael. One is you don't want him to do a lot of damage, but have high accuracy to remove buffs. And then two is you build him to do a lot of damage. Now, why would you do this? Now, Shamil will auto attack. He's going to remove all fears, and then he will attack the individual that places the fear with the A1. And fill turn meter, but then he has this chance to attack. You don't want to kill the fear head, because that's going to feed you turn meter. And how does that work? Well, you bring a lead that gives turn meter to your team. So on my main account, for the longest time, I had Lady Kimmy in the lead slot. Nekmo Thar is a common option that you can put in there, and Shamael will just keep feeding them turn meter. Then they get more turns and feed the entire team turn meter, right? That's usually how that would work. That's why I was looking to see who you had that had increased fill turn meter, right? And you do have Kaja, whose aura is all battles. The problem is that we just have somebody better than Kaja right now. We do have Pytheon, but Pytheon doesn't bring that turn meter increase. So I don't know her kit that well. But I am curious because I like her revive a lot. It's an all out. So I mean, she does everything Pytheon does. She revives all allies with 50% HP and turn meter, but also brings increased crit rate and crit damage. Also, if Timid is on the Fool, if Timid is on the team, it'll give full HP and turn meter, and then also resets the cooldown of Kegs of Dread. She might also make a very good mischief tank. And I say that because of the turn meter reduced mechanic here. I guess it doesn't matter if she's high resist, but she could be a budget mischief tank where if you can keep buffs on her, she just won't get turn meter reduced potentially. But here you have a fill turn meter by 20%. And a cleanse. Also removes 2 random debuffs from each ally. If Timid the Fool's on the same team, removes all debuffs from all allies. So you have a potential full cleanse with Timid, but even if it's just 2, that's pretty good. And then it's only a 1-turn block debuffs, which is not ideal, but pretty good. I like this fill turn meter. So to put it kind of in perspective a little bit, if you had Kaja in the lead, so your whole team is faster, and then Shamil is feeding her turn meter, so she's going to get more turns. And then, therefore, she takes the extra turns that she's getting and feeding turn meter to the entire team. And you'd want her to be built pretty quick, which she is, 236 speed, somewhere at 248, yeah. So, decently built Kaja. That's an option that you have. However, this is counterintuitive. You know, we're overkill here. We've got 2 cleanser, reviver, block debuffers. We don't need both. But Pythion has that 6-star blessing. So I want to bring Pythion. So instead, what I'm going to settle for is Gwendolyn here. So Gwendolyn will decrease speed. We have more opportunities to get that decreased speed up, as well as the leech and the decreased accuracy. So we'll go that route instead. So we don't really have a way of providing more turn meter to the team, but Gwendolyn is going to benefit here pretty well. Again, I am not a fan. Ooh. I don't know that I actually want to use your Gwendolyn anymore. Only 158 speed. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong because of her passive. Maybe accuracy on the chest equates to more damage because you increase that crit damage. So perhaps I'm wrong about that, but I would still go attack on the chest normally for an attack-based champion. And then obviously accuracy on the banner. But there is that crit damage part of the kit. So perhaps I'm wrong. I don't also like attack on the boots unless you have a way of speeding the turn meter a bunch of the champion. Which we'd be able to do with this team with Shamail. But I don't know that that she's built well enough to do the kind of damage that you need. So what I wonder what I mean, I suppose we could do this, right? I don't know anything about Timid the Fool. I've got 2 of them and I've never built them. Okay, I like this. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. Decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 3 turns. That would still be good here. And he gets an extra turn after he uses that. It gives allies increased accuracy. Nice. The true fear is irrelevant. That is irrelevant. Allies does not activate because they are under a fear places to provoke. That's not relevant. I want to take a look and see what this does. And so I'm putting a lot of weight on Rathalos here for damage. But I think that's fine. Let me finish my thoughts too on Inquisitor. So I looked into this a bit when I was trying to figure out how I wanted to build him, because like you could do Giant Slayer because you do get more attacks, or War Master is usually what most people, or what was recommended, because you don't want to kill the fear head. You want to use that to churn turn meter. So let's see how this goes. I don't know what difficulty on. I think I'm on brutal. So we'll fill the turn meter. Decrease defense and block buffs. Interesting that we only had the block buffs land. Where's the one that grants an extra turn? This one. I do want to take care of this head. Well, we do have a good provoker. I do want to take care of that head. This head. Can I use this when no one's dead? No, I cannot. Okay. Good to know. And then this ability right here is a heal, which will help keep your team alive. Since we're not bringing Pythion, we're losing out on his healing. We will have a little bit of leech in here. Aw, man, he got that. Okay. Well, we'll kill this head then. Now, we don't have a fear head right now, so we're not giving her turn meter. And we are about to pop this. Let's see how well that goes. And we don't really have to worry about that as long as our Kaja is built well enough. We don't care if he pops and people die, to be honest, because we can just avoid it. We can just revive is rather what I'm trying to say. So we'll do the revive here. Oh, he has to be dead for the full turn meter. Yeah. I have to heal there, unfortunately. Yeah, we're built. Feels pretty weak. I think I may be forcing in some champions here that may not be built all that well. Is this usually the team that you go with? I agree, Nick. Nick points out if Rathalos was eaten, it'd be hard to get him out. Now, usually my Shamil is built well enough to get to free a champion when they get eaten, but we also check the difficulty that we're on here. How is Timid built? Oh, yeah, Timid's just not built for damage at all. So Timid's a nuker. No crit rate, very low crit damage. Yeah, he's just not built properly, but if you were to rebuild Timid, looks like you built him in Destroy Gear, probably for some piece of content. But you could build him to hit much, much harder. He's not the best nuker, but he can hit pretty hard. And then pair him up with Kaja, he gets a lot better. Let's try my original plan for a team and see how this goes. Wow. Significantly slower now. What is going on? All right. 1 second. Raid stages tool. So for those of you that don't know, this is the raid stages tool. So we can come in here and we can go we can go Hydra. I'm just going to pick a random rotation. It doesn't matter that much, but if we go to brutal, so accuracy, so resistance, we need 260, 220, 280 at most, and 200. So 280 would be the most accuracy required to land our abilities. We've got 313. Why does it feel like their Ugo isn't landing what they... And we have increased accuracy in all battles. It really feels like our Ugo should be landing more. I'm actually not going to use this right away because we know that they're going to get a turn so quickly. Oh, so you use Arbiter. Okay. Yeah, see, that's more like it there. Okay. I do kind of want to get this head down if I can, but we need to protect those buffs, and we're not fast enough. So you use Arbiter in the lead, I take it. Oh, you know what? It might be the Mastery, if I remember correctly, with Ugo. No, they have Sniper. Yeah. If you don't know about Ugo, Ugo does need Sniper, so they have a 75% chance, 85... Wait, no. What am I thinking of? That's right. Yeah. So 50, 60, 75, and then another 80, 85, 90, 95. Sniper gets you 100% when you're doing to land the block buffs when you're doing Hydra. I always forget to remember that. No, masteries are fine. Yeah, yeah. I think it was just unlucky. There's nothing wrong with bringing Arbiter. Arbiter's great. Her, okay. Here would be my recommendation. I like this combination. I like her kit. I like her turn meter fill. But Tibbet needs to do more damage. So if we take... So let's just put in a big nuker here, right? Here, we'll put Gwendolyn back in. You said you use Zinogre. I will point out that if you're using Zinogre and Python... So the team that they said they use is... Python, Zinogre, Rathalos, Ugo, Arbiter, and Gwendolyn. You're using Zinogre and Python. Both of you have got a 5-star blessing for Brimstone and a 6-star blessing for Brimstone. So one of those Brimstones is wasted. So I would put a different blessing on Zinogre. Do you use Zinogre as a lead? Speed in dungeons. But she does give increased speed on all allies. And then, yeah, I am not a Zinogre fan, if I'm honest. It's not that I think she's bad or anything. She's not one of my favorite champions. I've never built her. I got her from the fusion and never did anything with her. Not even for Fire Knight. I understand why you built her, right? You don't have as a deeper roster as I had on my main account. So I totally get that. She does bring increased speed, but no turn meter fill. So I honestly think you're going to get more benefit from bringing Kaja as the lead and building Kaja in a way that will benefit that strategy. Here, we now have some really good nukers. We also have Shamil feeding turn meter to the whole team. So let's see how well this team goes. I am gonna go the turn meter fill because I do think didn't I learn that your Gwendolyn was quite slow. And we need to get the provoke. So what does provoke do there? That protects the buffs, right? So these block debuffs are now not going to get removed by the provoke head. And that means that they'll go off when this head places the poison cloud. It will appropriately hit all intent. It won't hit these targets. It hit this guy. We got unlucky and didn't get the debuff there, but that's fine. So big AoE hit. This is going to decrease speed, put AoE leech on, which helps keep us alive, and then also decrease their accuracy, which is going to reduce their effectiveness. So we're going to try and focus down this target. Also, notice how hard she can kind of smack. I will go for the cleanse here from Ugo, and this is why I like Miracle Heal on Ugo, because you could restore some of this damaged HP. Instead, she just destroys more HP that way. So I like Miracle Heal on Ugo. What we really want to do with this team is we really want to kill ahead and get the Fear Head out. Now, a couple of weaknesses that you currently have. This is what I would do with Timid. Timid had AoE hits. Only two AoE hits, and they were all AoE hits. I would put Timid in a cursed set, so that he would be placing Hex with his AoE hits. You could also do the same thing with Gwendolyn, since you kind of do need to rebuild her. So now you can see Shamil's getting all these counterattacks. Now, mine hits much harder, but here we do have the turn meter fill, and we get to remove 2 random buffs instead of all of them. So if we did have Timid, we would remove all of those there, which would be pretty good. Also, yeah, Mithrala does change things. If you were to have Mithrala, because they're mentioning they have Mithrala in 2 weeks, Mithrala brings that full cleanse and brings that Hex. Also gives huge buffs. Also, what is your Molly's speed? Your Molly's way too slow, I bet. $207. You can build Molly to smack, by the way. She can hit kind of hard, but you don't have to build her that way. I would build her for speed more than anything, and obviously accuracy so she can land her provoke. But we landed the 2-turn provoke, and they still managed to take enough turns before she got a chance to provoke again. So, really quite slow. Let me show you what my team would do. Yeah, let me show you my team. I'm gonna log off here and go back over onto my main account. It's not my main team anymore. It's my former team. But I think it'll give you an idea, potentially, of what you should be looking for out of some of these champions here. Yeah, but you shouldn't be relying on that. Alright, sorry, I'm just clicking on my red dots. I'm going to keep the screen blank. Alright, there we go. We are back. So I am on my main account now, and let's go over to Hydra. We'll do Brutal. I'm going to build a team very similar-ish to the one that you were doing. And I say ish because obviously I don't have the same champions that you do. But if I was to go with other effects, positive effects, and then look for fill turn meter. Now, for you, you're filling turn meter with your Kaja. For me, I do it with Lady Kimmy. So Lady Kimmy here fills turn meter by 15%. So Kaja does 20. So already you're better. But mine also gives increased speed and increased accuracy, right? So I would put Lady Kimmy in as the lead. This was my old team. Like I said, I no longer use this team, but you'll see I had 2 Lady Kimmys built for this reason, okay? So Lady Kimmy, my Molly. So I think I have gear on my Molly still. I don't use her anymore. My Molly is 235 speed with 431 accuracy. The difference is that I'm bringing much more turn meter and getting her to take a lot more turns. Now, also, my Lady Kimmy does also bring decreased speed, I think. Yeah, and decreased accuracy. So that's something that you don't necessarily have with your team, but this is the closest champion I have. I suppose I could do Arbiter, but Arbiter is going to be way faster than I think your Kaja is, and doesn't bring the cleansing and stuff. Ugo, I would bring. And then I would bring Inquisitor Shamil. This is my good one. I'll show you his build. So Inquisitor Shamil. So we've got 186 speed. He's actually quite slow. But 4,400 attack, 110% crit rate, 240% crit damage. I do have him in War Master. And I also have him with counterattacking because I do want him to remove buffs from the team. Now, it's important to keep in mind that this can do true damage. Ignores 25% of the target's defense. Will ignore further 25 for each buff on this champion. So if you get 3 buffs on him, you will ignore 100% of their defense. He is good enough at freeing my champions from being eaten. Now, my Rathalos is not built on this account, which may surprise some, but I do have Acrizia. I will use my weaker Rathalos just to be more accurate to your build. Now, he is built in gear, but he has... Oh, yeah, he does have masteries. Oh, I guess I did build him. Okay, never mind. He's not built well, then. He's only 100% crit rate, 244% crit damage, with 5,000 attack. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I did build him, and I don't remember doing so. Maybe he's about to smack. Okay, so I've got my block buffs, I've got my provoke, I've got my anti-fear. Now I really need a revive or, a revive cleanse type champion. I will go with my Pythion because he can revive, he can cleanse. What I used to do, I actually didn't use Pythion, and I used Ugo for my healing, Molly for my revive, and I would use Newt here until I got Acrizia. I feel like I'm missing something else from my old team. No, I used 2 DPS. One was Acrizia, and then the other, I think, was a Newt or an HP burner, something along those lines. You can see I have a Tila here with, Oh, wait, no, that's what it was. I don't have a Hexer right now. That's what it is. Don't have a Hexer, so I need a Hex, so I would bring Mithrala. You're about to get Mithrala, so we can kind of use this team as an example, right? So we've got, in your case, I would go Kaja the Rai here, okay? And then I would go, everything else is what you would bring. And you'll see we're bringing, so this is our cleanse, this is our Hex, but we don't have a true AoE reviver. But Molly has a revive. So let's see how this goes. I think I picked brutal difficulty. I know I did. I know I picked brutal. So you'll see my Ugo's fast enough that I'm going and getting that block buffs. By the way, it's not landing here because of negative affinity. If you wanted to min-max, you could, because of how the mechanics of this fight work, you could just do that. This is something people don't do enough on Hydra. Just come back. Oh, look, now I have it placed on every single enemy, right? You could just come back and do it that way. So I like to put the decreased speed out there first. Now we provoke. We only get the one-turn provoke. That's not ideal, to be honest, but we do get it. We're going to put that Hex out there, also giving ourselves a bunch of buffs. So you'll see my Shamail's going to hit pretty hard. I am going to take this head out right now. And you're seeing I'm doing 60,000 damage per hit there. Big chunk of that HP there. Big AoE damage. You know, we're definitely doing a lot more damage. Gear is a factor here, but also builds. Now, you could A1 with the Ugo here, but we do have this decreased healing. So let's just go ahead and remove that. You'll notice I didn't lose nearly as much max HP. I did lose some because she's not in like a 6-star blessing or anything. She's only in a 2-star. But some of that was recuperated, right? So that's an important thing to note. And then here we have Shamail doing his thing. So now we come in with the cleanse. And then we also get that strengthen and the big shield too. The big shield, I don't have a decreased attack in this team. The big shield, you want to try and make sure you have that up for when this head pops with this particular team. That was how I used to mitigate that part of this fight back in the day. It is a negative affinity, but I am going to hit there. I do want to get rid of this head because this, I think, is the bigger threat to us. Now, right, he's about to take a turn. And our Molly is too slow. Now, I normally I would re-go everything until she lands the 2-turn provoke. But it's okay because all of our buffs are about to come back up. The main thing is you don't want this Poison Cloud to come back, right? We've got quite a few turns until Poison Cloud is used. So that's okay that he cleanses those buffs. We can reapply them. In a perfect world, you build a faster Molly that can handle that. Or you leave a Fear Head out there and you get the turn meter from Shamail. Again, we didn't land that block buff. We got 4 turns to reapply it. Go ahead and reapply the provoke to prevent this one. We only get the 1 turn again. Not ideal. My Molly is a little too slow. And we don't have that turn meter boost that I would like to have. So perhaps we do target this head to try and get rid of it since the Molly isn't built really well enough. But she is taking a lot of hits, which does give turn meter to the team. And I'm not going to show this whole thing, but again, cleansing here. So we have the shield out, right? We have the shield out, but he's about to pop. So I'm going to pop him. And that's what I call it. There's probably a better term for it or whatever. But I would go pop this head while my shield from Mithrala is out there, because that will prevent me from taking the larger amounts of damage. So we'll pop this. Boom. See, we barely got grazed by it because we have the shield. Now, this is an old attempt. Let Vodka, you've missed half this stream. Please understand, this is not my team anymore. This is, I'm doing an account takeover and simply recommending, showing how I used to do Hydra back in the day at a very kind of like earlier level. So, again, I do that single cleanse here. I top everybody's HP off, and we just kind of keep doing the fight. Now, I manual it. You said, Jane, that you do it on auto. If you're getting the right amount of damage off auto, feel free to do that, but I enjoy manualing Hydra quite a bit. The main issue that I have on this team right now is my Molly is just too slow. Without a Fear Head to start, I can't generate enough turn meter to that Molly. So I need to get more. Now, The reality is I didn't have to build my Molly because I got Archer Queen quite a while back, and she just solves the problem for me. You also kind of want to start, if possible, with Molly having the 2-turn provoke. Because once she gets that 2-turn provoke off, she really gets better control of it. We've hit 1-turn provoke every single time, which is unlucky for sure. I do want to break this shield because I don't want them to live. I would love to just keep doing this and doing this and doing this until I kill a head and we get a fear head to come out and show you how this team kind of normally works. But I've really moved away from using this type of team. This was my old team, except I didn't use Rathalos. I used a Newt instead. I've gotten away from Shamil teams now, to be honest, and I've done that because while he's a great mitigator of that for lower teams, it can... He doesn't bring as much other stuff to the table anymore compared to a lot of current champions. And my current team, I just cleanse all those fears away. So, yeah, so Vodka's saying 330 speed on the Molly will do what you need without having to worry about that getting lucky with the 2 turns. So this is as close to your team as I have, but you can see it feels better, right? It feels more consistent than what you were doing. And now here comes the big test, right? Someone's been eaten. Can I get them freed with this team when I have no other damage, right? I could build Molly for damage, by the way. She does smack. That's an untimely provoke there. But Shamil, being Shamil, we have an extra turn here. And you can see he gets really darn close with that A2 because mine's built to hit hard. That's why he's built to hit hard. Some people don't build him to hit hard and use him just as an anti-fear mechanic, but I build him to hit hard so he can free my Eaton champions. Again, this is not an ideal team, guys. I'm sure you're going to, say, like, oh, do this, do that, which is totally fine. Feel free to mention that in the comments. But given a roster similar to what Jane here has, this is the type of team that I would build, except using their Kaja as the lead to get that turn meter. But if you never get a fear head, it doesn't matter, right? So there is a grain of salt when you're building a team like this. The team is struggling mightily right now because I don't have that fear head out there to generate the turn meter that I want it to generate. And then, of course, people are dying. We only have a single target reviver on the Molly. So this isn't... I'm not getting nearly enough healing out of this. Now, I ran a similar team to this before, but I was able to get enough healing because I think I had... who was it? Newt, who healed himself. And Newt would kill the heads much faster. Rathalos, while he is built, isn't very fast, and he's not doing nearly enough damage that I would want him to do. So yeah, he's very, very slow. That's the problem. He's only 167 speed. So my Rathalos isn't doing nearly enough damage there. Now, if I was to build an optimal team from my roster, I'd get rid of Shamil. Ugo would stay, but Ugo is on my main team, so that wouldn't be this team. I'll show you my main team real quick. So my main team, I go with White Queen Ancora for the Speed Aura lead, and then Padrig. I then bring both Acrisia and Newt. Then I bring Archer Queen. And I always forget who my sixth person is. Don't worry, I'm going to see them, and it's immediately going to pop back into my brain. It must be an epic. Because I haven't seen them yet. And I know I bring these two, but I don't bring Shamil in it anymore. So I know it's not him. Oh, Ugo. Yeah, duh. Thank you, Mikolash. Yeah, I should have looked at chat because they told me. So this is my team now. So you see, I don't bring Shamil, right? And then the reason Archer Queen does like everything that I had in my team, right? If you look at there's a delay, and I apologize, guys. I didn't turn the delay off today. I forgot to do that. So there is a delay on chat. No wonder. Okay. Archer Queen, I'm lucky enough to have her, right? And she does everything. She brings the Hex, right? And the decreased speed and the healing. She does everything. This whole team kind of revolves around her, allows Acrizia to do this damage, but so this is my normal team. I did tell you about Ugo 5 minutes ago, and then didn't use her. I actually open up here with the turn meter fill normally. And then we get our 2-turn provoke and our hex. And I go ahead and deal with the Head of Mischief because he is the bigger problem for me. And you'll see, like, chunking that down. This is on Nightmare, by the way. Again, turn meter fill, but also a shield. Acrizia does Acrizia things. And this is not a gloat. This is not a brag. It's just to try and discuss concepts. My block buffs didn't seem to land as much as I would have liked there. That's fine. I'm going to stop targeting this head now. Since I don't have block buffs on that head, I would continue. Honestly, I would start this run over. But just to kind of show you the concepts here. Now, Archer Queen does unlock a lot of stuff, right? But if I didn't have her, I probably wouldn't be running this same kind of team. And there's probably a better team. I just really like this team. It's a lot of fun. I get a ton of cooldown refresh from these two. So, I think this is a great team. But, yeah, my blessings are all out of whack right now. I should certainly fix those. It sucks that all this time, I've had these champions for a while, and I do not have any blessings on them at all, which is a big regret of mine. But it does do 200 million on Nightmare. At least it did like 220 last week. Almost 1 billion damage. Not, Trunda level stuff, but for a non-Trunda or Wixwell team, I think it does pretty well. But I hope I helped you out, Jane. I hope I was able to kind of give you some ideas. Let me kind of go over what I'm doing on that team as well. Now, one thing that you didn't have on any of your champions was Relentless gear. So on that particular team, I have in Relentless, I have Grand Oak Padrig and White Queen Ancora. So I would look into Relentless gear on one of your champions, possibly, right? I also have that on my Ugo. So 3 champions on my main team are all in Relentless to get those extra turns. The only champions not in Relentless are my Acrizia. Oh no, Acrizia is in Relentless. So that's 4 champions out of my 6 that are in Relentless. Relentless is really, really good for Hydra. Now, I know there are better sets, and you may not want to go Relentless these days, but if you don't have access to that better gear, Relentless is really good. The other champions that we looked at are Minute, who's he's built specifically for Sand Devil, and he's built to the nines. Like, this is one of my better built champions, which I'm sure Vodka's gonna say, I have a better built one. But we've got 257 speed, we've got crit rate 100%, and then we got 277 crit damage with 362 accuracy. He needs that obviously for Fire Knight and such. And then the other champion that I used was Archer Queen. Yeah. So Archer Queen, I actually have her in crit rate, 105%, and then 175% crit damage. 259 speed. She is quite fast for my account. I should try to get her around 300 speed, but I sacrifice a little bit of speed for crit rate and crit damage. Jane, you don't need a sissy yet. Can I log back into your account? I don't know if you logged into it when I got off it, but let me log off of mine. You have great burners. For the longest time, I used Mordecai. I think Mordecai is one of the more slept on burners these days for Hydra. If you logged in, I'm about to kick you off. We're at an hour 2, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here in a second. But I think you had Mordecai, right? Oh, I guess not. Looking at everything, who do we have that brings HP burn? Yeah, you have Mordecai, just not leveled in the vault. Okay. Let me explain why I love Mordecai so much. Because Mordecai places his HP burn. There's no attack here. None, right? That means if Poison Cloud does go up, you can place this HP burn. And it'll still go because there's no attack. There's no need, like, you're not going to a weak hit not land, right? So you can place this at all times. It's the same reason why you can place Geomancers, because he places the HP burn. There's no hit associated with this. So that's why I love Mordecai. Mordecai also does have a small turn meter fill on a 3-turn cooldown, which could be helpful. And accuracy in all battles, so he could be your lead if you wanted to do that. But, yeah, if you paired Mordecai with Rathalos, you'd do pretty well on Hydra, I think. Yeah, Sulfurion is way better, which, by the way, we do have an opportunity to go for Sulfurion right now. You can see right here, there is an opportunity to go for Sulfurion. But that is a really viable option. I really think, though, that your best bet would be to invest in these 2 champions for Hydra and put Timid in a curse set or maybe a provoke set. I don't know how efficient that would be, though, for actually provoking the head. But the one thing that I always struggled with when I was building teams is when I have Ugo, it makes me want an HP burn less. However, it would increase your Rathalos damage, and it does do a lot of damage in Hydra over time when you have HP burns out there. So it's a really kind of tricky thing, but I really like Kaja for Hydra because of this turn meter fill And then the revive if you need it, right? If you built him to do a little more damage, I think you'd be good. And then, like I said, in a hex set, but you do have Mithrala coming up. So if you built a team similar to what I did, you could do that. You could easily take out Shamil. The only reason that Shamil is really in the team for Hydra is to deal with the fears. But like I said on that team I showed you on my main account, I don't worry about the fear anymore. I just cleanse it off. There's other ways to mitigate it. Um, you know, so if you're struggling and your Shamil isn't doing what you need, also by the way, I would put your Shamil in uh cruelty to decrease their defense. So yeah, but let's say that we don't go with Kaja, and that we just kind of go with, like, I think Arbiter's fine too. She's gonna give you a lot of turn meter. No, I'm not going to open any of your shards unless you came to me and said, "Hey, I'm plan on opening my shards." I don't want to talk you into opening your shards. I don't feel comfortable with that. Um so let's get away from Hydra a little bit and talk a little bit more about overall upgrading your account. So, one thing that I would definitely try to incorporate is get away from accuracy chests if you can. You have a lot of champions with sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to do here. So accuracy on the chest equipped. You have a lot of accuracy chests out there. And yeah, like these right here. Um Unless you're trying to hit really high accuracy thresholds, where would you need that? Iron Twins and Arena. The accuracy thresholds on Hydra are not that high to hit. Grats on your Mishinaki. What did I just say? He did just say that? He did just say. Oh, you're saying because they said I could open them that I should? Um but kind of back to my point. Like, accuracy chests are not bad by any means, but they're Mishnaki's one of my favorite champions in the game. I don't use him as much anymore, but still one of my favorites. Um Accuracy chests aren't bad, but you're putting you're giving up a ton of stats. I mean, imagine if this was an HP percent chest or a defense percent chest, right? Um, what is your speed on your Arbiter? 290. I bet you have faster speed on this account than 290. All right, priority stats, speed, high. And we want substats of speed, of course. Hide set filters, and we're going to go into the fitting room here. Because we're doing fitting roomed, I will include equipped. I'm going to assume this is part of a clan boss build and not mess with that. But all right, so I don't know how much you're using your high Katoon, but I'm gonna try this on. I know she's in your one thing. He should be in crit damage, not crit rate, by the way. Alright, we already have a speed head. Alright, so we're back up to what your speed was. So now we're just looking for chest and boot. Well, not boots. We're looking for a chest. Let's go ahead and do... Put filters back on, and we've got speed. So we're looking for a speed chest. And I'd like resistance or HP. So try that on, and then primary stats, we want speed. Huh. Oh, yeah, you do have speed on the boots there. Okay. What if we just change the weapon in the chest? Is that a way? So let's go substat speed, equipped, weapon and chest, and prioritize speed. Make sure I go back into the fitting room. Try on. Try on. It's still the same. It's really surprising. What's your protection gear look like? This isn't fully rolled, but... Actually, let's try those on. And then... Yeah. I did. I filtered everything by highest speed. I already did that. That's how I started this. And then I turned off set filters. And then did... Where did it go? Equipped. So theoretically, like if I was building the absolute fastest, I would have to take gear off of champions that are speed tuned elsewhere. So 299 is the absolute fastest because this shield, she's got the fastest shield and the fastest weapon on the account. Yeah, I'm about to finish up the account takeover. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and finish that up. But I was just toying around with the account, seeing what kind of gear you had. But I would definitely consider rebuilding and reworking quite a few of these champions. So because you have Pythion with the 6-star blessing for Brimstone, any team that you bring Pythion on don't have that blessing on anyone else. It's wasted blessing. So what are viable alternative blessings, right? You've got cruelty. You'd want to have, if you did have a 5-star blessing, like for example, Zenogre in cruelty, a 5-star version of cruelty, you're gonna decrease up to 15% damage reduction on bosses. And Zenogre's going to get a lot of hits in, and it's going to happen very quickly, right? So that's one blessing option you have. Another is Heaven Cast that increases damage based on number of buffs. You also have the new buffs out there now. So Harmonic Impulse is good for if you're not bringing Shamil. You could bring Harmonic Impulse for a champion that you want to keep getting turns. Like, I would use this on my White Queen Ancora because she takes the fears off my team. And I don't know if this stacks with her other ability where she gains turn meter from that. You also have the ability to go through Poison Cloud with debuffs. So this could be potentially good if you have... I should put my Ugo in this, in fact, now that I think about it. Because I have a way of dealing with destroyed HP. This would be good for a debuffer, potentially. I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers on it. So that's one thing to talk about, like for min-maxing. I don't think Chainbreaker is good, period, so I wouldn't use that. Anywhere else that you're looking for increased damage, I would go with probably Phantom Touch or Heaven Cast, somewhere in that way. So, and then like I said, tweak the builds a little bit. If you can, try to get away from like those accuracy chests or champions that you're trying to get damage out of. Like Nishak, I think an attack percent chest would be better. Try to find accuracy elsewhere in the gear so that you can still land those bombs, but I think that would be better. Shamil, I think, would be more benefit. You saw that my Shamil was doing a ton of damage, right? That accuracy chest is reducing his damage output by quite a bit. You're only at 3,000 attack, and he can smack if you build him properly to do so. And then you'll be able to get, if you use an accuracy banner like this one, and then you have the attack chest, it'll kind of balance out for you a little bit better. I did not say cruelty on Ugo. I said cruelty is an option on other champions, but not on Ugo. I put emergency heal on Ugo. Why? Don't you mean... Are you talking about... I don't think you mean emergency heal. You must be talking about miracle heal, right? This delay is frustrating. Can I fix it? Or is it too late? I cannot fix it. I'm sorry that we're under a normal delay, guys. I did not mean to do that. You run cruelty on Ugo, but um like emergency heal. So what emergency heal does is that's whenever a shield buff placed on them expires, they get a heal. But I would rather go miracle heal to when Ugo heals to reduce that damage destroyed HP. Yeah, okay, that's what you meant. Sorry, there is like a long delay because I forgot to click a button on my stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the account takeover here though. We've been at it for about an hour and 20 minutes. Um yeah, and the delay is really causing this to be even more annoying. I need to not do that when I do account takeovers. But I hope that I was able to help Jane, give them some ideas on how to improve their account. And I hope I was able to help you guys as well find ways to improve your teams. Again, this is a personal preference. I hate accuracy chests. I only use accuracy chests, I think, on my Armands, on my main account. On my free-to-play account, I use a couple of accuracy chests for champion that needs high accuracy, but usually I don't need other stats from them. If they're a damage dealer, using accuracy chests, I don't recommend. Also, champions that are big nukers for your account. Georgid, one of the best nukers in the game right now. I would love to have this champion, but I would not put them in crit rate gloves. I would put them in crit damage gloves 1000%, and find a way to get the crit rate elsewhere. Now, luckily, they do have a decent amount of crit damage and a great number of attacks. So Georgid here probably hits pretty hard, but I would recommend crit damage on the gloves if you can. If I see this in time, you can open the Ancients. I'm going to do it myself anyways. All right. Well, we're going to open those shards. I'm going to save that just for the VOD. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the support. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. It's the best way to support the channel. If you would like your own account takeover, I do them for members of the channel. So if you'd like to become a member, there's a join button below there. I think the cheapest is like $3. To become a member, I will do an account takeover for you. If you're like, I actually have somebody that I want to reach out to. They didn't show up today, but I want to reach out to somebody and do a more like weekly account takeover for them because they're in a really bad spot. But Jane Chainway, your account looks great. You're doing a lot of things right. I would make a few small tweaks, small adjustments, and try to squeeze out the numbers that way. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, that the recording stopped. I'm opening your Ancients. What are we going for here? What do we want, Jane? God, this delay is gonna kill me. All right, I'll do yours after. I'm gonna do 2 shard pulls, vodka, and then I'm gonna open yours. Sissia Geo. Okay. All right, so I've got Sissia Geo picked. I need you in the comments to tell me. I just want you to say, yes, pull my shards. I know, Vodka, you want me to do a takeover. I knew what you meant. Let's get ready to be demolished by Vodka's account. Yeah, I will take over Vodka's account today. And then not give it back. Who else wanted me to open shards? Was it Matt? Yeah, it was Matt. Are you still here, Matt? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a recording. I am gonna record this and just make a shard pull video out of it because those get me a lot of views. Um, so Matt, I'm gonna pull your shards immediately after Chains. Jane, I need you to just say in chat. I know you already said it, but I would like you to say again one more time. Yes, pull my shards, just so that I don't feel super like bad about this. And while you type that, I'm going to start a recording and an intro here, okay? Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock, and I'm going to be pulling shards for members of the channel actually today. So we're on Raid Shadow Legends. I'll be pulling shards because we do have a really interesting progressive a chance that got a lot of people excited. Now, I'm not pulling shards on either of my accounts, but I have a lot of people in my chat today while I'm live streaming this that want to pull shards, and they have asked me if I would pull them and try to use some of my streamer luck to get them the champions they've been trying for so long. So Geomancer is one of them. In this particular case, they want Sissy, a Flame Tongue. And then we also have a chance here for Sulfurion, who I would love on my main account, or Skrank, who's really good for HP burns. Also need Skrank in a couple of rooms in the Cursed City. So we've got 28 shards here that we're going to pull, and then I'm going to go over to another account and pull their shards. So without any further ado, let's get started. We'll start with we're gonna start with 8 solo pulls here, and then we'll do 2 10 pulls. So not looking for rares, I'm sure. Pretty sure we're looking for geomancers or legendary. You know, we want to see that gold, right? So we'll knock these out. We also have a summoning event going on with the light points. So you could use the points that you get from these summons. Oh, we got, hey, there's another Geo. I think that's a duplicate Geomancer for them, but that's an opportunity to plus their Geomancer. So really good there. I think I'll keep Geomancer in that slot unless you want me to go for Ultimate Gaelic, I think it is. We've got 2 more of these, and then we'll do a 10 pop. So now we're really looking for Sissia. But that's my Geo luck. So the next person that I'm pulling shards for wants me and my Geomancer luck. So we've already proven that it exists, I guess, since I did get another Geomancer. That's a 3rd Geomancer for Chainway that they can now empower their Geomancer. So we're getting, that's pretty good news for them. All right, I'm going to go 2 more 10 pulls. All right, mostly rares. There's a Cryodan. I think Cryodan's great, especially for hard Fire Knight. And the final 10, come on, give us a legendary. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, all rares. Okay. Well, I am sorry about that there, Jane. But still, dupe a 3rd Geomancer that we can empower. That's great news for them. So apparently I wasted my Geo luck on them. All right, we are going to I'm going to cut here, and we'll go on to the next account, and we'll start pulling some more. All right, Matt, I need your info, which you have already sent me. Thank you. Matt, who am I selecting? Obviously, Geomancer, and who else? Wait, you're straight up leaving the clan? You just used me like that? Oh, okay. They're already selected. Got it. Okay. All right. And we're back. So it is time. This particular person is looking for Artak and their first Geomancer. So let's get started. We're just gonna do 5-10 pulls here. Four epics off the bat. Four epics. None of them Geomancer. Oh man. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's 5 epics with no Geomancer. Oh, that's 7 epics with no Geomancer. Great epics, though. I'm getting you good epics, at the very least. Let's see if we can get the Geo on this one. I'm feeling it. I feel it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we got... Oh, what do we get? What do we get? Mighty Uko? That's a good pull. Are we excited about Mighty Uko? I don't know what you have on your account. I didn't look. Are we excited about Mighty Uko? There's a bit of a delay, so there's going to be... I would be excited about Mighty Uko. He's one of the only non-void legendaries that I still kind of want. Oh man, we got to get. We still got to go for Geo here. Well, how many do we have left? We have got 10 left. I don't know how we feel. I'm waiting to see how we feel about Mighty Uko. There's a delay on the stream because I messed up. But, all right. Well, I think we're gonna pull these last 10. All right, cool. They're excited about Mighty Uko, so I didn't do all bad. It's not all bad. Hopefully, come on, Geomancer, don't let me down. Let's go. Come on, Geo. Come on, Geo. No, don't do all rares. Geo. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm so sorry. I tried for you. Hey, I got you Mighty Uko, so it's not all bad. But anybody else want me to pull their shards today? All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I will post this as a shard pull video. I know you guys love to see them. And since I'm not pulling any shards during this event, I figure I'll put this out there for you guys to get something to watch. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for all of the support. If you like my content and you want to support my channel, the best way to do so would be to hit that subscribe button. So please consider doing that. And then also, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button. That helps get the video to some more eyeballs. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. I guess you'll stay in the clan. You're in my clan? Yeah, you are. Look at that. I feel really bad. I'm not joking about that. I did not know the name Pi854 was in my clan. All right. Oh, let me do this. Hey, Isaac just subscribed to the channel. Thank you for subscribing, Isaac. I don't know if you're here live or if that was somebody that was just watching my content and happened to subscribe, but I do appreciate that. All right. Uh What do you guys want to watch me do? I have got about a half an hour for live arena, I guess. On the free to play. We can do that. It is frustrating. Like that's the crazy thing about some epics, right? Is like the idea that you could never get an epic in this game. Oh yeah, vodka's account. That's right. Okay. Um all right, vodka, message me your stuff if you're still here. Ow. What's up, Isaac? How's it going? Thank you for subscribing. So you are here in chat. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. All right. I'm gonna leave this up. Let me cause Vodka's not talking right now. I know that he's usually at work while I'm streaming, so he may have stepped away. There he is. He's messaging me right now. All right. Do this. Ah, you're in bed. Got it. Ah, you're at work when I stream at night. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. Level 100. Awesome. Do you run referral? Oh, wow. Look at those referral accounts. I've not seen those before. That deep of a referral account. All right, let's see how this Rathalos is built. Look at that. Perfect rolls on everything. $7,270 attack, 251 speed. Oh, 369% crit damage. Wow. Whoa, what? You have attack percent boots and you're still 228 speed. Wait, what boots did you have on Rathalos? Okay, yeah, speed boots. Thank God. How? Oh, because his empowerment's Black Knight, right? I probably won't be able to look it up now. But no, there is a way. Isn't there? Yeah. So Rathalos's empowerment, yeah, is Black Knight. Okay. So you had a bunch of Black Knights hanging around. Got it. I think my Rathalos is +1 because I had a Black Knight hanging around. Oh, you run a Constantine. Okay, I didn't realize that. I assume you probably have Vlad to go with him. Let me see who I want to look at. Do you have Vlad? Yeah. Oh, I'm so jealous of this. He's the bane of my existence in this game. Did you have 2 Ultimate Death Knights? Or am I crazy? I'm just crazy. It's really clear to see the champions you use a lot of and the ones you don't. Because like Rhodos does have some rerolls, but not fully, right? God, this roster is so deep I can't even get through it all. A second Trunda. Why 2 Ignatiuses? Oh, you got Fallmond. Nice. With the new changes, I wonder if you need Miracle Heal anymore on Godseeker and Neri. If you're still using her for that team. Hmm. Ah, you bastard. I had a free-to-play account that I pulled Tuanarak on off a random Void Shard. But that account is gone. Who is like your most proud of champion? Like who would you want me to look at? I'm sure you ran your keys already today, right? So just a traditional unkillable team, 187 million. No, you don't. HH just released a video showing the exact same thing. What? I don't know what that's talking about. You said you did your Hydra keys already? Alright, so on Nightmare, you did 300 million. Brutal. There's your Panda Man. Alright, what's your night? So... You just going burns instead of block buffs here? Or am I missing something? Oh, yeah, Godseeker Blessing. Got it. Sorry. The delay is really throwing me off, guys. I'm really... Did you just... I guess you're done with me being on your account? Or that may not have been you. That could have been me. Feral has block buffs? Okay. Yeah, I don't have him, so I'm not familiar. Aha. It might be my internet. I am dropping a few frames here and there. Oh, Jay. Okay, looks like the game is having problems. So, um, what's your arena team? I won't do this battle, but I just want to see your team. I want to see how fast your Estrid is now. Only 313 speed. That's not that fast. Okay, because your Siphi goes first. That makes sense. And you're bringing her. You got her in the lead for the aura, but Siphi still goes first.
So that's not your usual arena team. That's just the one that you happen to have. Your other one is the this team. This is your normal team. Nope, because that doesn't have Ramontu in it. So this team. This is your normal team. I feel like I have lost to you before. Do you ever go into plat or are you just gold? Wow. Jesus. 332 speed and 654 accuracy. You stay gold. Add vodka into the clan. Yeah, let's just go ahead and sign up for Roadblocks Vanguard real quick. Wait, what is this? What is this? Only stage 6? All right, I'll shut up now. A minute? A minute? Can I do a run? Can I do a dragon run? What's your ice golem? A minute 45. Oh. 9 seconds, y'all, with a food champion. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I think the game is too buggy right now. Hmm. Well, given the state of the game right now and the fact that all I did was try to run a spider and it's doing this, I am gonna just go ahead and log out. Yeah, game is down. I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna go. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and call this a stream. But vodka, your account is just ridiculous. So I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna go make lunch for the kiddos. Um, I've had to use the bathroom for like an hour now, so I'm gonna go do that as well. and I will catch you all. Is today Friday? Yeah, so I will see you all next week. I don't know if I'll be streaming Monday or not. I think I have to do an appointment on Monday for the kids, but um, I will be back for sure on Tuesday. So we're gonna do a gear cleanse and see what kind of stuff the game presents us there, and hopefully get some more content out. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next week.